Hello and welcome. This is our first assignment in Tableau. You should have installed Tableau Desktop, have an app on your device that we'll be using to create our dashboards, and then use the URL that's posted in this assignment to go out to this Tableau public website. You should be on Tableau Containers Finished. Go over to the right and download as a Tableau workbook. And then when you open it, you'll be in Tableau Desktop. Let me get rid of this. And now we can make some edits. This file has 6 worksheets. In Tableau, each sheet can do one single chart. These are very boring charts. I get a preview, a blue square, a purple square, a pink square, a green square, brown, and red. There are 2 icons at the bottom. One will open a new worksheet to create a new chart. The other opens a dashboard, which is a different creature altogether. Let's go ahead and open the dashboard. And here I've got my 6 sheets, and when you hover over it, you can see a preview so that you know which one you're working with. Here's where you can drop in the worksheets to create your dashboard. On Dashboard, I want to go up to the menu and format the dashboard. Default shading for the dashboard. Put in some kind of color so that you can see the background of the dashboard. And then if we close that down, let's go back and start dropping in some sheets. Just drag and drop. And notice that where you put your cursor will be where it will drop the new sheet. So purple above blue, and then pink if I put it in the center but above the blue. Now the pink and the purple are equally spaced above. I can undo that, take it back out, and put the pink in this time. Have the shade equally distributed between the two. Then the pink is equally distributed in between the purple and the blue. Let's grab the green. If I come all the way over, there we go. Now green takes up the right half of the dashboard, and the purple, pink, and blue take up the left part. Each sheet has a handlebar. If you double click on the handlebar, you can see that we've got an overall container, and inside the container there are these 4 worksheets. Let me delete them. You can delete them 2 ways. One is with the X, or you can just grab the handlebar and pull it off the worksheet. We also have containers, a horizontal container and a vertical container. Let me put in a horizontal container and then fill it with blue and then purple. And I want to add a vertical container. And I'll put pink and green and brown in the vertical container. So if I double click on the handlebar of the brown sheet, I see that I've got a container, that the brown is inside this container, and that the objects are stacked vertically. If I double click on purple, I can see that purple and blue are in a separate container that is situated horizontally. And then I can put red. Depending on where I place it is where it will drop. You also have a text object that you can drag and drop in. And you can say this is my text box. And if you highlight, then you can change the font size and make it bold and even change the color of the font. By default, there's not any fill in this text box. Right-click on the title and you can hide the title. For each one, let's hide these titles, except for red. I'm going to keep red. On red, I want to double-click, and now I can edit the title. By default, the title is whatever the sheet name was. So down here, let me cancel this. If I take red and I change it to my red, and now I go back into the dashboard, the title is my red now. I can undo any move using the left arrow. So now I'm back to a red for the title, and it's in here. If I double click, I can edit in the edit title box. This is my red. Then the sheet name will come in, sheet, period. And then whatever I highlight, We'll change the font size. Maybe I want just the sheet name to be extra big and maybe red. And I can apply it so that I can see what it will look like. You can also set the justification so it'll be centered and hit OK. It didn't move a whole lot, but if I select this worksheet and then double click so that now I've got this vertical container selected, now I can remove the entire vertical container. And now the red sheet goes across the width of the dashboard and the title is centered. Let's go down to any one of these sheets and right click and duplicate and go to the color and change the color to yellow and then double click on the tab name and change that to yellow. And now if you go back to your dashboard, then the new yellow sheet is available to be used. If I go to dashboard, I can show a title and double click in the box. And by default, I get the sheet name, which is dashboard 1. I can take that out and say, this is my containers dashboard. And highlight everything, make it bold, and center it. And if you select the dashboard title and use the drop-down menu, you can go to Format the Title. And now there's the dashboard shading, but then there's the dashboard title shading. And we could make that, I don't know, blue. One of the nice things about a Tableau and the way it does dashboards is that you can adjust all of these containers, either individually or collectively. The purple, if I double click, I can see it's part of a container. So if I have just the purple highlighted and I widen it out, they both widen out because I essentially widened out the container that held it. And then this text box, if I double click, it's part of this entire container. Another way to see the containers and what's inside each is to go to the layout. And on dashboard 1, expand the tile. First, there's a vertical container that has the title and then a bunch of tiles in it. So here's the title. If I double click title and then all the rest of these. And then below the title, there's a horizontal container. If I click on it, I can highlight where it is. There's a red sheet and a text box. And the text box is not inside the horizontal container. It's said to be floating. Okay, let's clear the dashboard out completely. Okay, our goal is to make a dashboard that looks similar to this. Now, it won't look exactly like it because this dashboard was made in Word and we're making one in Tableau. I'm going to want a title. Double click to update it. This is my squares dashboard. And then it's the drop-down menu to format the title, to change the title shading to gray. Nope, I didn't get the bold. There we go. Okay, I'll call that close enough. Next, we'll take a horizontal container and place it and fill in purple, yellow, and green. One nice thing you'll want to use is some of these a blank container just as a placeholder. If I place it down here, then I'm able to adjust my horizontal container. Now I can work on this bottom part. I want a vertical container off here to the side. So let me put that in. And this is my blank container still. So in my vertical container, blue, pink, and brown. And now over on the other side, I can do red and a text box. And notice that when I put in my text box, it's going to go, top, bottom, left, right. But either way, this is my This is my text box. So now that it's done its job, I can delete it and highlight the text, make it bigger. Last will be to remove the titles. Maybe make this a little bit bigger. Okay. Okay, I'm going to call this good. Now that this is done, I'm going to save it to Tableau Public. You'll want to sign in and then publish it. One thing to note, when you publish, whichever sheet is selected is what will be shown on the URL. So make sure that you have the dashboard selected. Once it is published, submit your URL to Canvas. I'll see you in the next assignment.